as I possibly could get it done. Never turned down any work, ever. Even if I couldn't handle it, I never turned it down. It's the worst thing you can do, because you turn down a job once, they'll never come back. Your REO, the REO asset managers, you got to think most of these people are probably getting paid, you know, anywhere from 15 to 25 bucks an hour. They might have a little bit of a bonus here and there, but those are the people that actually you're working for. So I'm working for someone that's not as qualified as I am. It's the truth. But that's all right. I get through it every day. Inventory right now is headed down. I'm sure in all your markets you guys probably are hearing there's going to be a next wave. I don't know how true it is for my Arizona market. We've pretty much plowed through a lot of our inventory, but there are some areas I know throughout the United States that's going to have some. So where do you get them? Yesterday, all you brokers, yesterday they showed you the gorilla, and that's going to be one spot where I think any broker owner is going to be able to pick up REO business. You need to go after one of these gorillas and try to get them converted over to your office, and they'll put other agents to work for you. In my marketplace, well, in my MLS, for the whole state, I'm number 38 for the entire state.
I wish I was number one. Yeah, number one. He does 450, 500 transactions a year. He has an inventory of 200 always. So I wish I could be that good, but I'm not. I keep trying to figure out how I'm going to get to that point, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. One of the ways I track that is Broker Matrix. Any broker here that does not have Broker Matrix, you're making a huge mistake. You really need to get it. It tells you what your inventory is, who has the inventory, how much they're moving, what type of inventory they have, what they have in escrow. And what Broker Matrix helps me with is you can actually plug in to Broker Matrix how much money you can make off an agent. Even if they're at 100%, you can figure out if they're worth pulling over. Pretty much anybody that's in the REO business, if they have more than 10 listings, you should be figuring out a way to get them over, because you'll want their contacts. And you're selling to their buyers. Those are going to be buyers that you should keep in a database. If they're not, you'll always have their contacts. Some of the ways that I found, I got on the internet and I looked for books that had lists of REO companies that were looking, that I could get onto. And of course you get on these and they all say they're no longer taking. But I, fill out the apps, I email people, I'm always trying to get more. Another source that I found lately, title reps, and not necessarily title reps, and that's another thing back to the brokers. You've got to go to either the AVPs, the associate vice presidents, or the senior vice presidents of the title companies, and you need to talk to them. And you need to befriend them, because they will, especially the big ones, FNF, First American Title, Old Republic, Stewart, Chicago. These are the big guys that have the gigantic portfolios that they're going to be the closers. They're going to be issuing the title. So you need to figure out a way to get to them to see how you can get in the back door. Because the market's flooded right now with guys like me that want to be an REO agent. It really is. It's really hard to get into it. As an REO agent, I'm a property manager. I really am. I have to have, how much do we have in electric bills right now? $15,000 a month? 15 grand a month. I have hundreds of properties. I'm down to dozens because I'm shutting them off all the time. But I have to turn the electric on. I have to turn the water on. And, I have to make sure the properties are clean. And my properties, I always want mine clean. That's why they sell. And they sell fast. I have a lot of them right now. I have pre-sold. And before they even hit the market, they're gone. And I'm in the Phoenix market, which is almost as bad as here. Right?
We're number one.
Yeah. I think we're number 2. Let's see what else. Oh, and some of the things that I'm finding really good with the REO market, and you can have agents or agents out there. You can specialize as a foreclosure expert as long as you know everything that's on the market and you know the nuances of doing the addendums with the banks and getting the work done through the banks, how the process works. If you are an expert, there were 2 guys in my marketplace. One of them actually is my neighbor. He owns his own brokerage, so I couldn't get him converted over to my company. But he started as an REO foreclosure specialist, and he did the tours to all the REO. Well, after a while, he started getting the listings because he started selling them, and he started getting the contacts with the asset managers from all the escrows that he was in. We're probably going to be in this marketplace for about another 36 months. I think in Arizona we've got about another 18. I think in areas like California, although inventory is real low, it's probably going to be more than that. And then other areas in the United States, I think probably going to be a little longer. But it's a slow process getting into it, but it's a lot of work. Believe me, I'm 80, 90 hours a week. That's me, my team, everybody. So it is a lot of work, and it's an investment. You spend as much in the REO business as I ever did as a top producing realtor going out and getting conventional listings in a high-end market. And my previous market was Orange County. So, and I was a Grand Centurion, so I knew how to sell there too. But I picked the REOs because they're the only sellers that actually can sell, right? They have no choice; they have to sell. And with other, sellers, they can say, "Well, I changed my mind," and walk. With the banks, they can't change their mind; they have to get it done.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's okay.
All right.